Welcome. Today's topic is protein engineering strategies and techniques for improved characteristics of lipase. Lipase is an enzyme, and this enzyme is very important from the industrial point of view. So, the whatever the lipase we get from the nature, generally most of the lipases do not have a very good thermostable property or other properties for that matter. So the protein engineering strategies are helpful, and these strategies we use to improve these different characteristics of the lipase or any other enzyme. So I'm specifically choosing lipase. So here you can see the structure of lipase. This loop you can see here is the lid of the enzyme, and here this portion, here the substrate binds. So this lid is closed or open depending upon the its environment. So let's see why protein engineering is needed. Because whatever the naturally available enzymes such as amylase, lipase, proteases, they they have a properties, but those properties are not very desirable from the point of view of industries, because there is in industries there is always a high temperature to reach the high reaction rate, and this high temperature may denature the enzymes. So the enzymes used for that purpose should be thermostable, and to make those enzymes thermostable we need protein engineering. Okay, so I will take an example of lipase, as it is a potential of a potential in industrial applications. It In the production of esters and fats. So it also is used for removal of resins from the pulp in paper and pulp industry, so that the paper will be in the paper making, and it is used for cleaning of hard surfaces and also in detergents. So what are these protein engineering strategies that are used to engineer a protein? Because lipase enzyme is a protein. So the two methods are rational design and directed evolution. In rational design, we need to know the design of a enzyme and how the substrate fits into the active site of a enzyme. And the fitting of this structure function relation is evaluated using X-ray crystallographic analysis, and how it is determined how the substrate is fit into the active site, and what are the changes needs to be done in active site of enzyme in order to increase its specificity and activity on that particular substrate. So for the rational designing approach, we need to know the structure of an enzyme. The another method is directed evolution. In this method, we do not need to know the structural features of enzyme. Why? Because here we are not dealing directly with the structure, but we are dealing with the coding sequence for that protein. So the method used is error prone PCR method, that is polymerase chain reaction, where it is error prone. So it is designed in such a way that it will add a after few nucleotide bases it will add a wrong base pair, and the resultant DNA will be introduced in a host, and that DNA will produce the enzyme. Okay, so the DNA which will be taking will be a gene for amylase enzyme or lipase enzyme. Okay, so it will get randomly mutated in error prone PCR, and whatever the product we will get from that mutated DNA, it might have the improved property or characteristics. It may not have the both the cases are possible. So the thermostability is one of the characteristics which are improved through which is improved through protein engineering. So the thermal denaturation is undesirable, hence rational designing was used in cold adapted Pseudomonas fragile lipase. So this lipase, the lead region was by using rational design. So now we know in rational design we need to know the structure, and we specifically change few residues. So here 3 polar residues were changed, and that change resulted in thermostability of lipase, because that lipase became thermostable. Another directed evolution approach was applied to the lipase of Rhizopus chinensis. So this DNA for this lipase was subjected to 2 rounds of error-prone PCR, and then it was introduced in a host, and that host produced the lipase from that DNA. So now the lipase protein was studied, and it had a improved thermostability, and the melting temperature of this new variant lipase was 22 degrees Celsius higher than its original lipase. Hence, the directed evolution approach helped in finding out or the designing of a thermostable enzyme. Hence, it is a preferred strategy and more efficient than the this rational designing method, because in rational designing we first need to know whole structure, which is a very tedious process. Here in directed evolution, even if we do not know the structure, we can directly go for the engineering strategy, and this will give a very good result. So we saw 2 methods or 2 strategies which are used in protein engineering strategy, protein engineering of any enzyme. For that matter, we can use it for any protein, and we saw some examples how the characteristics were improved. Thank you.